toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So BYU's offense will go to work first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Floating away. Gonna try it. It's a running room. He's loose. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, BYU. He got a step and just dusted the field. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense will go to work for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. And the ball slipped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning on the Jets.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. First and goal, throw it toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. And the Aggies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll ride Davis here. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Aggies get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Across the 25, he's got room. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with the first down. This Utah State offense has it going. He'll keep it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The short hands, it's Thompson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Lobs it off the back foot. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Turns it loose. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. BYU with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. He's got him in the flat. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The give to the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to throw, it's Barnes. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Quick step and go. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The run from the shotgun. Spins away from the defense. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Cougars trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And
oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Barnes. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle, it's Ryan. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll try wide open spaces. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. They'll run the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this 1st half as good as you possibly can.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got it in the middle, it's Lane. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. Buys a little time. Catch in the middle. It's Martin. Stumbled to the ground. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Aggies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Oh, he got loose. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. From the shotgun, the inside give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a... Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Oh, they're after him! And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Here's a heat. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Fighting off the defender.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Fires to the middle. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Martin. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
On the set.
So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Easy.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The penalty gets back a few, but it's still 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
It is so nice when you get a team down and you know the pass is coming. They have to pass, and that's why that dude's got 3 sacks, because they're pummeling them. All passing situations, all rushing the passer, all padding the stats.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field it close to the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Card in the backfield. It's Martin. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on first down. This one's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. Under fire, unleashes to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Utah State, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. And And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy.
It's a seam wide open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense, a physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. Got his man out of the backfield.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Utah State, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Starling. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. The give to Davis. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. The give to the tailback. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus.